Right, I've gone right back to the beginning, really, so this is a very different approach, but there are technological issues with all of these. First one was poverty in 19th century Norwich. This was when the second and third generation of Jarrolds were around, and obviously there's still challenges in that area now. But what they were very much very low church, and as a lot of people in Norwich were actually, and really wanted to play their part in changing the community and helping it. So they produced this series of household tracts, and I've actually got this booklet with me, but it was basically to show the people living sort of diligent lives where they're trying to improve themselves. You see the gentleman in the middle reading the newspaper, the mother washing the baby. And then, so there were several pictures like that, but then there are also some pictures which show the perils of not living that type of life and being vagrants on the street. And anyway, they were trying to change the world, and you still have to keep trying to do that. The next one is around printing. Some of you may think that Jarrold still print. We do have a printing museum still. Jarrold's very much in the forefront of developing colour printing. This press came in 1948. It was the first big colour press in this country. And we printed magazines like Good Housekeeping, lots of big industrial catalogues. But of course, two things changed really. There were lots of big, hungrier competitors who had venture capital backing, and they put in new streamlined plants. We just couldn't compete with that. We were a relatively small company. And we looked at diversification, we set up different types of printing, but in the end we realised that we just could not compete in that market, and it was affecting the rest of the company, so took the very difficult decision to sell what was one of the founding roots of our company. It's a good thing we did get out of it now because so much is online. We printed the RS Components catalogue, which you saw at the end there. The third one was around bookselling. We've been booksellers in Norwich since 1823. And we're very successful as booksellers for many, many years. Then we started to see online competition coming in, particularly from the likes of Amazon, and then also, obviously, digital books with Kindles, etc. So we really did not want to stop bookselling. I think we're probably the only department store, only probably provincial department store which still has a book department. So we took the big decision to move it off the ground floor into the basement, which could have been absolutely a deadly move, but the feedback's been that people feel it's much more like a proper bookshop. And on the side, we also introduced a cafe, which I know other booksellers have done in the past, but I think we've done it quite nicely. And also putting in interesting books, so books that are really visually very stimulating when people come in, which you don't really get that idea from seeing them online. That was me. Thank you.